Okay, I'm back. YouTube is sometimes can be no fun. Can be no fun. Jesus. Okay, man. Let me see if I can get back focused. For those who are wondering what the hell's going on, yeah, YouTube shut me down because I had the video playing in the background. I guess it's copyrighted content. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. CBS don't got to play up out of here. CBS don't got to play up out of here with that, but that's okay. That is okay. Just start another live. Just start another live. Okay, so I'm back. Where was I at? Okay, yeah. Talking about the offensive side of the ball for the New York. I am all discombobulated right now. Oh boy. Let me kind of get it together. All right. Come on, Dots. Where was I at? All right, yes, yeah. Wide receiver position. Not not the best unit in the NFL, but a very good unit you have there in New York. Garrett Wilson, like I said, can probably mature into a number one receiver. It's not really a speed, it's a very good route runner, knows how to get open, very good hands. I think if given the opportunity, how you doing, Dot? And you had to set up another live stream, YouTube. Oh boy. Hey, sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them. Oh boy, got me up out of here quick playing the video. Okay, which is funny. Which is funny. All right, so let me kind of get back focused. We're talking about the Jets. Moving on, tight end position. Tyler Conklin, CJ or Uzama. Okay. At the tight end position, nothing's going to blow you away. Nothing to be excited about. Now, this is when I was talking about fatal flaws yesterday. I was talking about fatal flaws with the Buffalo Bills in regards to Von Miller. When I look at this offensive line, when you really look at this offensive line, it's got to be concerned. Yeah, I want, and we're back. I miss Burke. I had switched over and I came back and I'm like just talking. I'm like, hell, first calm now. What the hell going on? I had to go to my phone. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, YouTube got me for playing the video in the background. You know how that go. You know how that go. Which is fine. Which is fine. Hey, I have to do something else. But where was I at? I was talking about the offensive line for this. Just it's a lot to be concerned about. Especially at the tackle position. You do have, former first round pick Mekhi Becton right now. When you look at how the training camp is going, reports are right now he's being looked at as, backup tackle, and that's very concerning considering one, he spent a very high draft pick on him. The expectations were him to come in and solidify the right side of the line. Haven't been able to do so. Now they did bring in Billy Turner, who is a very decent swing tackle. The other tackle position you got to be concerned about is Dwayne Brown. Good player when he's healthy, but we're talking about a much older player. I do like the guards a little bit. I do like Tomlinson a little bit as far as like the run game is going. I do like Vera Tucker at the other guard position. Center position is kind of up in the air. You do have a veteran competing against a rookie for that position. So offensive line for me, it's got to be the fatal flaw. I'm not sure if this offensive line doesn't perform at a respectable enough level, will Aaron Rodgers survive the season? And we know how moody Aaron Rodgers can be when he's not happy. It's already been reports coming out that the team had some drills in training camp. He wasn't showed his displeasure with how the team was performing in training camp. Like I said, man, for those who called the early part of the show, Rodgers going to the Jets for me wasn't a good move for Rodgers. I mean, it was an upgraded quarterback for the Jets. So I mean, but the expectations, if you're thinking the Jets are a bona fide Super Bowl lock based on the pieces that they have on the defensive side of the ball, and we're going to get ready to talk about the defensive side of the ball, you are mistaken. Like, the Jets had that fatal flaw with the offensive line, but it is a very concerning thing when you look at the defensive line. And this Jets defense is one of the few teams that still kind of primarily run a 3-4 type defense. When you look at the pieces that they have, it looks okay, but when the biggest subtractions that happen this offseason that a lot of people are not going to really notice, especially when we're talking about a 3-4 defense. Typically with a 3-4 defense, you need your front three to have a little weight on them. Their job is, not necessarily be getting after the quarterback. If they have pass rush ability, that is fine, but their main objective is to clog up the running lanes. You want guys besides there. And they lost two very good defensive tackles who were very instrumental in the defense having success last year in Nathan Shepard and Sheldon Rankins. How you replace that production, I'm not sure. Quentin Williams is a very good defensive tackle, one of the better defensive tackles in the NFL, but he is not really known as being a run stuffer. He's more of the pass rushing type presence you would see in a 3-4. I'm concerned. Will he be able to make it through a whole season? He's had injury concerns and injury issues in the past. Will he be able to make it through a whole season? Last year, you saw when he got hurt, the defense kind of tapered off a little bit. I'm not going to put that on him. Hopefully this year he remains healthy, go out there and prove what kind of player he can be playing for them. But it's not much to like along that defensive line. I mean, you have Solomon Thomas, former first-round pick for San Francisco 49ers, who's kind of become a journeyman. Not really a defensive tackle, but he's not really a defensive end. Has never really developed any particular skill set. But is a talented player, but just can't really hang his hat on anything, being a good run stuffer or a good pass rusher. He's just kind of like a tweener. He's a guy. I like John Franklin Myers on the edge as far as the 3-4 defense. It's not going to really bring you a lot of pass rush. It does have a little pass rush ability, but it has the size. You still have veteran Carl Lawson. Now they did draft Will McDonald. From what I saw from him in college, I think he'll fit in this defense. I'm not sure if you're expecting him to take off as a first-round pick and go out there and put out double-digit sacks. I'm not seeing that for him. I think he's going to be very much in the rotation of defensive end, and he may, depending on the kind of package that they run, nickel package down packages may be split out as rush in. could be, could have about 4 or 5 sacks. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really having high expectations for him this upcoming season. I just don't see, him not in this 3-4 type defense. Now, the linebacker core, you still have veteran CJ Mosley there. You do have some athletes there, for Quincy Williams, Jermaine Sherwood. Can they put it together and kind of, CJ Mosley is more of a run stuffer. Still has some sideline ability, but Williams and Sherwood are the guys that typically fly around the field. Like I said, nothing too special at the linebacker position. Where this team excels, I think they got a little bit better on the back end, which is kind of crazy when you think about the seasons that the secondary had last year. Mainly Sauce Gardner, rookie, is already in the conversation based on his performance last year as being one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. I liked him coming out of college. You got drafted high enough, but I liked him coming out of college. I like what I saw from him when he was at Cincinnati. DJ Reed blossomed into a very good cornerback himself, if I'm not mistaken. I should have checked before. I want to say he ended up making the Pro Bowl as an alternate. Had a very good season. Very good. You have two lockdown type corners, and you also have guys in the slot position, namely Michael Carter or Bryce Hall, who are respectable enough. The secondary's got to be the strongest part of this defense. It's got to be the strongest part of the defense because they don't have a lot of pass rushing talent. They have players that have a lot of pass rushing talent. I do like Jordan Whitehead at safety. And they did bring in Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark is a very underrated safety that ended up bringing him over in the trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people are sleeping on how good Chuck Clark is. Chuck Clark is, he's not a household name unless you really into football or you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Chuck Clark is a very, very, very good safety. Very smart, very intelligent. Doesn't make a lot of boneheaded plays. Right place, right time type of guy. I like him being added to that secondary. I also like the backups that they have at the safety position. So it allows them to, move these safeties around. Um, Guys maybe can play sub linebacker, especially a guy like Ashton Davis, a very good athlete at the safety position. Very, very athletic. But the fatal flaw for me when I talk about the New York Jets is got to be the offensive line. I don't think this offensive line holds up. I think this offensive line continues to get beat. I think this offensive line continues to get tore up. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers making it through a whole season happily. I'm just going to say that. I don't think he's going to be taking a whole lot of hits because he's not the kind of a quarterback to be sitting there taking sacks. But I think he gets frustrated around week 8, week 9. Now I can make a case for the Jets making it to the Super Bowl, but that's that's depending on Bryce Hall coming back being 100%, and that's this offensive line outperforming their talent level. Like I said, I'm not very confident in the tackle positions. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be under a lot of duress early on. I think teams are really going to be keying in on the fact that the offensive line is probably the weakest part of the offense. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to really be good with the quick and short game. With the Jets, if you're thinking he's going to be airing it out, I don't know what what you saw last year from Green Bay that makes you think he's going to be airing it out with the Jets playing in a much tougher conference with way better talent. But like I said, that's kind of like my pick. I'm going to be making my final division pick tomorrow. Now, if you had to put a gun in my head, as far as the Jets, I do think the Jets end up with a winning record. I do think the Jets sneak in probably to that last wild card spot. But if they miss the playoffs, trust me, I wouldn't be surprised. The AFC is stacked, man. AFC is stacked. I could take, you talking Cincinnati, talking KC, maybe Baltimore, being added to that mix. You got Buffalo, you got Miami. That's 5 there. Chargers are definitely going to be in the mix. That's 6 though, so that leaves just one playoff spot. And Pittsburgh is coming. I think Cleveland is going to be much better this year. Second year of Deshaun Watson return. We'll kind of get into that when we get down to their division. I can make cases, man. I can make cases, but I do think they kind of sneak into the back end of the playoffs, coming in as 7th seed. I do think they end up with a winning record. They could possibly end up with a winning record and miss the playoffs, but that's neither here nor there. Oh man! So tomorrow, like I said, we'll be wrapping up the AFC East, focusing in on the Miami Dolphins. I tried to do them Monday, but Mother Nature got it kind of the way. I tried to have a very cohesive live tonight, but YouTube said no, we ain't let you do that, bro. We ain't let you do that, so that's fine. That's fine. It's cool. It's a learning lesson. Thank you for everybody for coming out. Remember to always like, share, subscribe. I know this live here kind of disjointed, but we work through it. I just go in the studio, open up another live, no thumbnail, no nothing. Let's go live and just rock out. Appreciate everybody for coming through as always. End you off with the phrase, the pace. And I know Gator Girl's she's gonna fuss me about that. But ending off with the phrase, the pace around here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but every time you learn. And I'm out.